Hi ladies, hey, I get to talk to you today about basic contouring and highlighting concepts to make your makeup look fabulous this summer. I'm gonna start by pulling my hair back out of my face so it's not in the way. Okay, so what I've done so far is already have my eyes and foundation and concealer on. And I'm going to use a couple of fun little Mary Kay tools today. I've got a bronze and shimmer duo and a pearl and gold. And along with some of these really fun cheek and lip. I used it on my eye though. Doesn't it look pretty? Cheek and lip duo. So, all right. So the basic idea with contour and highlighting is anything you put something dark on is going to recede. Anytime you put something light, it's going to stand out more. So things that we want to push backwards, we're putting something dark, or create a shadow, we're putting something dark. Anything we want to stand out, we're putting highlighting, of course. Okay, so a couple of basic things to know with contour. And you can contour with a cream contour like I'm doing today. You can contour with powder one. If you're doing powder, you want to have already put powder all over your face because it makes it easier to blend. Right now, I just have the foundation on and no powder, so I can go ahead and do all cream products on my face. One thing to know is you want to contour with something that has more of a cool instead of a warm tone. And I'll show you guys an example because this bronze and highlighting stick is perfect for that. So bronze and shimmer, that's the name. Okay, so if I put a stripe with the contouring side, you can see it's like a dark brown, and with the bronzing side, it's more of a orangey brown. So this is good for making it look sun-kissed. This is good for creating a shadow. Okay, so we're gonna use the shadow side first, and we're gonna create shadows where we want them. And I know if I am your beauty consultant, well, you probably have heard me say to do like a 3. Well, that doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's face is different. So when you're watching people who are doing tutorials, I would say definitely look for people with a face similar to yours that do a good job with their makeup. But also, if somebody has like a forehead similar to yours, copy how they contour the forehead, or cheekbones similar to yours, contour how do they do that. Okay, so I like to do just, I want to bring out my cheekbones a little bit more. I like to, because my forehead's a little more narrow and my jaw is a little more round, I like to contour that a little bit as well. So I don't need to do that whole 3 where I'm putting something dark here because I don't have a lot of skin here. I don't want to make it totally disappear to make it look like my hairline's hitting my brows. So what I might do is take just a little bit along the top of my forehead because it tends to be a little bit of a 5 head, right? And then also just right here. So not in the hollow, but just above the hollow on the cheekbone. And then just along this jowly part, that's what I want to make less noticeable. So that's where that's gonna go. So right along there. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna contour. I don't really care to make my nose look more narrow. I like my nose, but what I might do is play a little bit with the bronzer side of this just to show you guys the difference. And I love using a blending brush, but I'm just gonna show you guys with my fingers today because I think that's a good basic place to start. So you would just blend, and your fingers are warm, so it makes it easy to blend. And so that you can see how it's created a shadow. I don't have a stripe there anymore, it's just a shadow. And the same along here, along the cheekbone, so it's creating that hollow. And then along here, and I bring it to under here so that we avoid the whole double chin scenario. Okay, so just, and I do prefer a brush, but fingers, you guys can see, works just fine. So I've just given my face a little bit of shape there with the hollows, putting here, making this a little smaller. Okay, now what I would do with the bronzing side is I want to make it look just a little bit like I'm a little bit sun-kissed, and so I would maybe maybe not making my nose go like super narrow, but if you put it here, it's going to make it look wider because this whole part looks brighter. So I'm going to put it just kind of just along, and I have kind of a bumpy nose too, but just along here so that so yeah, that looks fun. Racing stripes, right? Maybe just a little bit on my forehead up here, and maybe kind of the top of the cheek here, but I am going to put a like cheek color there too. So then when I'm blending, it just kind of makes it look like I got some sun here along my nose, but it also just creates subtle shadow. So just a little bit sun-kissed looking here. Okay, there, got some sun-kissed going on, maybe a little too much on my nose. Anyways, so then where I'm gonna highlight with this Pearl and gold duos. I have a real pearly and a gold side. You can tell it's my favorite. Is I'm going to do just a little just on just the tip of my nose and the bow of my lip. You guys can kind of see how the foundation, I always get it on my lip, and anyways, it makes my lips look even smaller, so I don't want to do that. So I'm just highlighting that bow of my lip, this part of my nose, and just right here, because this is where I'm trying to make look more expanded and bigger, is my, so making it brighter, right, is the size of my cheekbone, because I do want to bring a little bit more volume to that area. If you had like really wide cheekbones, that you might bring it in a little bit further, but that's where I'm bringing it. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of one of these cheek and lip blush thingies, and I'm going to do just a little bit right up here. Now, you've probably heard to bring it down low, but that also kind of brings your face down low. So we're just kind of smiling, finding that apple and putting it just, again, kind of above, just to bring that up a little. And again, blending with my finger. And that just, yeah, gives us a little bit of color and brings that. So then what I would do would be to just set it with a powder. So that's basic contouring and highlighting. And I'll just kind of fast forward through the rest of it.